What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever walked through a grocery store and wondered who actually makes all this stuff? You see thousands of different brands, but what if I told you most of them are owned by just a handful of giant companies? It's absolutely insane when you start looking into it. Your favorite soda, your go-to snack, the soap you use, even your pet's food. They might all trace back to the same mega corporation. Today, we're going to blow your mind by counting down the top 10 mega companies that secretly own almost everything you buy. We're talking about corporations so massive, their yearly revenue is bigger than the entire economy of some countries. We'll dive into their crazy histories, reveal their most popular and sometimes surprising brands, and show you how deep their influence goes into your daily life. You will not believe some of the connections we've uncovered. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a name you definitely grew up with, but it might sound a little different now. Kellanova. You probably know them as Kellogg's, the company that basically invented the modern breakfast cereal. This giant has been filling our bowls since way back in 1906. That's over 100 years of breakfast. It all started in a place called Battle Creek, Michigan, Cereal City. How crazy is that? A whole city dedicated to cereal. They didn't just stop at making cornflakes. Over the decades, they quietly started buying up other companies, expanding from the breakfast table to the snack aisle. In 2023, they split the business and renamed the global snacking division Kellanova. This isn't just your parents' cereal company anymore. It's a global snacking powerhouse. It's literally everywhere you look. Their revenue for 2024 is projected around a staggering $13 billion. That's billion with a B. All from selling us snacks. That financial muscle lets them keep acquiring more brands and grow even bigger. So what are you actually buying from Kellanova? Get ready for this. That iconic can of Pringles with the saddle-shaped chips? That's them. Coming in at number 9, we have another absolute titan of the food industry, General Mills. If Kellanova is the king of cereal, then General Mills is the emperor of the entire pantry. They were founded back in 1928, right in the heart of America, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and have been a household name ever since. Their strategy has always been about owning every part of your meal. From the dough you bake to the ice cream you eat for dessert, they saw an opportunity and bought or created brands to fill every possible niche. It's a brilliant business model that has made them an unstoppable force. Just how unstoppable are they? For 2024, General Mills is looking at revenue of over $20 billion. That's a massive jump from our number 10 spot. This income lets them innovate, market aggressively, and acquire even more brands. They've become an essential, often invisible part of our daily eating habits. Let's talk brands, because this is where it gets crazy. Cheerios, Haagen-Dazs, Nature Valley, Pillsbury. You could literally eat General Mills products for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They've earned number 9, but the companies coming up are even bigger. Alright, moving up to number 8 on our list, we have a company that was born from one of the biggest corporate marriages in history, the Kraft Heinz Company. This is what happens when two absolute giants decide to team up and become one unstoppable force. Kraft, the cheese king, Heinz, the condiment champion, merged in 2015 to create a packaged food behemoth that's almost impossible to avoid. The new company has headquarters in 2 cities, Chicago, Pittsburgh. This merger wasn't just about combining names, it was about combining immense power, distribution networks, iconic brand portfolios. They have a product for almost every meal and every occasion, backyard barbecues, quick weekday lunches. Their sheer scale is mind-boggling, and that scale translates into some serious cash. Kraft Heinz is pulling in around $27 billion in 2024. Think about that. We're not even in the top 5 yet, numbers bigger than the GDP of dozens of countries. That financial power lets them dominate shelf space and outmarket smaller competitors. So what brands are we talking about? A hall of fame of pantry staples. Heinz ketchup, Kraft macaroni and cheese, Oscar Mayer hot dogs, Oscar Mayer bacon, Philadelphia cream cheese, Jell-O, Capri Sun, all part of the same massive family. They engineered a system to sell multiple components of the same meal. A brilliant strategy. Their products end up in your shopping cart, whether you notice or not. Kraft Heinz is the definition of a mega company. They fused two legendary American companies into a global food entity. Their brands are iconic, hard to imagine a world without them. They've earned number 8, and the scale only gets crazier as we continue the countdown. Cracking into the number 7 spot is a company whose name you might not know, but I guarantee you eat their products every single week. Meet Mondelez International. This is another spin-off, born from the old Kraft Foods back in 2012. While Kraft Heinz took the grocery items, Mondelez took the fun stuff, the snacks, the cookies, the chocolate, and the candy. They are the global masters of satisfying your sweet tooth and cravings. Based out of Chicago, Mondelez has one of the most delicious-sounding mission statements ever: snacking made right. Their entire focus is on dominating the snack world, and they have been incredibly successful at it. They operate in over 150 countries, meaning that somewhere in the world, someone is eating one of their products literally every second of every day. The global reach of this company is absolutely staggering. Their financial success is just as sweet. For 2024, Mondelez is raking in a jaw-dropping revenue of over $36 billion. This is the power of snacks. People love to treat themselves, and Mondelez has positioned itself as the #1 provider of those little moments of joy. Now for the best part, the brands. The single best-selling cookie of the 21st century, the iconic Oreo, the classic creamy British chocolate Cadbury, that triangular Swiss chocolate, Toblerone. They are a global coalition of legendary treats. Do you chew Trident gum? Do you love Sour Patch Kids, Ritz crackers, Wheat Thins, Chips Ahoy, cookies? It's a seemingly endless list. They've perfected the art of acquiring and growing snack brands into global icons. They are our number 7, and the countdown is just heating up. Blasting into our number 6 spot is a company that is so much more than you think. Everyone, say hello to Mars, Incorporated. And no, they have nothing to do with the planet. This is a 100% privately owned, family-run company. Founded in 1911 in Tacoma, Washington, Mars grew from a small candy kitchen into one of the world's most secretive giants. Because they're privately owned by the Mars family, they don't have to report to shareholders. That secrecy adds mystique, but not invisibility. They operate across 3 main divisions: Mars, Wrigley, and confectionery, pet care food. The pet care division pushes them into true mega-corporation territory. Industry estimates put Mars's 2024 revenue at an estimated $47 billion. Being private lets them make long-term bets and acquisitions without quarterly pressure. Let's look at the brands: M&M's, Snickers, Twix, Skittles, Starburst, Milky Way. If you've ever been trick-or-treating, your bucket was filled with Mars products. Big surprise, the pet care division: Pedigree, Royal Canin, Whiskas, IAMS. They also own a massive network of veterinary clinics, including VCA and Banfield. So they sell the food to feed your pet, and then they provide the health care for your pet. A $47 billion family-owned behemoth. They are a powerful number 6, but we still have 5 companies to go that are even bigger. All right, we've officially cracked the top 5. And starting us off at number 5 is a company that needs no introduction, but whose true size will still shock you. It's the Coca-Cola Company. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, way back in 1886, Coca-Cola is more than just a brand. It's a global icon. The red and white logo is one of the most recognized symbols on Earth, right up there with the cross and the Olympic rings. That's not a brand, that's a cultural phenomenon. For over 130 years, Coca-Cola's mission has been simple: put a Coke within an arm's reach of desire for every person on the planet, and they have come terrifyingly close to achieving that. They sell their products in more than 200 countries and territories. That's more countries than are members of the United Nations. Their distribution network is one of the most impressive logistical feats in human history. All of that global dominance adds up to some truly mind-blowing revenue. In 2024, the Coca-Cola Company is projected to bring in around $46 billion. Now you might be thinking, wait, that's less than Mars. And you're right. But what makes Coke so powerful is its brand value and its incredible focus. While Mars is diversified, Coca-Cola is the undisputed king of one thing: non-alcoholic, ready-to-drink beverages. Their brand itself is valued at over $100 billion. So what does the king of beverages actually own? Obviously, there's the flagship Coca-Cola in all its variations: classic, diet, zero sugar. But their kingdom is vast. Do you prefer Sprite or Fanta? Sprite, Fanta. Looking for a sports drink? They own Powerade. Want some bottled water? They have Dasani, Smart Water. Need some juice? They own Minute Maid. They have a drink for literally every taste and every occasion. Their strategy is to own the entire beverage cooler. It's a brilliant strategy of total market saturation. The Coca-Cola Company is a masterclass in marketing and brand building. They are an easy choice for our number 5 spot, and a perfect gateway into the truly colossal companies that lie ahead. Stepping into the number 4 position is a company that is quite possibly the most influential one you've never heard of. Meet Unilever. This Anglo-Dutch giant was formed from a merger way back in 1929, dual headquarters in London and Rotterdam. If the other companies on this list dominate a specific aisle, Unilever dominates the entire store. They are the absolute masters of fast-moving consumer goods. Their portfolio covers food and beverages, cleaning agents, personal care products. Their mission is to make sustainable living commonplace, products embedded into daily routines: showering, eating, cleaning. It's estimated that 3.4 billion people use a Unilever product every single day. That level of reach is almost, incomprehensible. For 2024, Unilever's revenue is projected to be around $65 billion. This funds R&D, new product innovation, global marketing of 400-plus brands. Let's try to wrap our heads around their brands. In your bathroom, you might have Dove soap, Axe body spray, Tresemme shampoo. In your kitchen, you might have Hellmann's mayonnaise, Knorr soup mixes, Lipton tea. And for a treat, you might grab a pint of Ben & Jerry's or a Magnum ice cream bar. They have really mastered the art of creating and acquiring brands that feel completely distinct from one another. This allows them to target completely different demographics and consumer needs, all while funneling the profits back to the same parent company. Unilever's influence on our daily lives is profound and, honestly, often invisible. They are the quiet giant that stalks your home, and they have more than earned their spot at number 4 on our list of companies that own everything. We have now reached our top 3, and taking the bronze medal at number 3 is a company that is, honestly, just synonymous with health and family: Johnson & Johnson. Founded by 3 brothers in New Brunswick, New Jersey in 1886, J&J started by making the first sterile surgical supplies. It has grown into one of the most powerful and diversified healthcare companies in the world. Johnson & Johnson operates across 3 massive segments: pharmaceuticals, medical devices, consumer health. This 3-pronged approach makes them incredibly resilient and powerful. When one sector faces challenges, the others can pick up the slack. Their influence extends from the operating room to your bathroom cabinet. The financial power of this healthcare behemoth is staggering. In 2024, J&J is projected to have revenue of over $85 billion. That money funds research into new cancer drugs, next-generation medical technology, and everyday consumer products. Let's dive into the consumer brands. Have you ever put a Band-Aid on a cut? That's not just a brand. It's a Johnson & Johnson product so iconic that its name has become the generic term for an adhesive bandage. Got a headache and reached for Tylenol? That's J&J. Wash your face with Neutrogena. Clean and clear? That's them too. Fast montage: Tylenol, Neutrogena, Listerine, Johnson's Baby Shampoo, Listerine Mouthwash, Johnson's Baby Shampoo, Aveeno Lotion, Zyrtec Allergy Medicine. They own the number 1 or number 2 brands across dozens of categories. J&J's power comes from a foundation of trust built over 130-plus years. By owning trusted consumer brands alongside big pharma and medical devices, J&J is a titan of global health. They are our undisputed number 3. We are at number 2, the silver medalist, and it's a company that has, honestly, truly perfected the art of building and managing brands. Everyone, this is Procter Gamble, or P&G for short. Founded all the way back in 1837, that's before the Civil War, by a candle maker and a soap maker in Cincinnati, Ohio. P&G has grown into the undisputed king of personal care and household cleaning products. P&G's entire business model is built on a concept they actually invented called brand management. They create brands that compete against each other in the same category. For example, they don't just make one laundry detergent, they make Tide, Gain, Cheer, all targeting slightly different consumers. This means that even when you choose a different brand, you're often still buying from P&G. This strategy has made them an absolute financial juggernaut. For 2024, Procter & Gamble's revenue is projected to be a mind-blowing $84 billion. While this is slightly less than J&J, P&G's focus is almost entirely on consumer goods. Their brands are so powerful that they spend more on advertising than almost any other company on earth, ensuring their products are always top of mind. And what are those products? Get ready, because this list is just insane. The world's best-selling laundry detergent Tide? That's P&G. The #1 diaper brand in the world, Pampers? P&G. The razor you probably used this morning, Gillette? That's P&G too. Crest, Oral-B, Head & Shoulders, Pantene, Bounty, Charmin, Dawn, Febreze, Swiffer. It's an entire ecosystem of home and personal care. You could easily have 20 or 30 P&G products in your house right now and not even know it. By building a portfolio of billion-dollar brands that are leaders in their categories, they have secured a permanent place in our homes and our lives. They are the definition of a mega company and the clear runner-up on our list. But there's one company that's even bigger. We have finally arrived at the #1 spot, the biggest, most powerful, and most far-reaching company on our list. The company that, more than any other, secretly owns everything. Taking the gold medal is the Swiss food and beverage colossus, Nestlé, founded in 1866 in Vevey, Switzerland, by Henry Nestlé, who created an infant cereal to save a neighbor's baby. Nestlé has grown into the largest food company in the world by a massive margin. If the other companies on this list are giants, Nestlé is a titan. Their motto is, "Good food, good life." They've taken that to the extreme, developing or acquiring brands in nearly every food and beverage category imaginable. They operate in 186 countries and employ over 250,000 people. The scale of their operations is on a level that is honestly difficult for the human mind to even process. They are, without exaggeration, everywhere. Now for the number you've all been waiting for. The revenue that puts them at the top of the food chain. In 2024, Nestlé's annual revenue is projected to be over $100 billion. That's a number so large it's hard to even contextualize. It's more than the GDP of countries like Croatia, Costa Rica, and Uruguay combined. This isn't just a company, it's a global economic force. So what does the $100 billion champion actually own? The list is so long it's almost comical. Let's start with coffee. Nescafé, Nespresso. They even have a deal to market and distribute Starbucks packaged coffee. Kit Kat, Butterfinger, Crunch, Perrier, S. Pellegrino, Poland Spring, Stuffers, Lean Cuisine, but it gets even crazier. Gerber, Baby Food, Purina, Friskies, Fancy Feast. They even own a significant stake in L'Oreal. And that's a wrap. From Kellanova at number 10 to the absolute titan Nestlé. At number 1, these 10 companies have a staggering amount of control over our daily lives. It's absolutely wild to see how many iconic brands are actually owned by the same handful of mega corporations. The world of consumer goods is so much smaller than it appears, and now you're in on the secret. I hope this video blew your mind as much as it blew mine while we were researching it. If you found this countdown as insane as I did, do me a huge favor and smash that like button and share this video with a friend. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more crazy content just like this. Also, Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop our next video.